everybody. I'm Cheryl Hamilton from Maui, and today I want to show you a cute little triangle box that I've made. This is, it closes with a magnet that's kind of fun, and it's the size to hold like two little shortbread cookies. So it's pretty small, but I think it's a fun closure, and going to show off some of our new Designer Series papers and this cute little twig. So stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. I'm starting with a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and I'm going to cut it 9 3/4 by 7. So there's 9 3/4 by 7. Then I'm gonna pull out my Simply Scored because I just like using this. Don't pay attention to the markers because I haven't even changed them, but you score this at 2.5, 5.5, and 8. Now, sometimes people have trouble using this scoreboard. I find it really easy, but some of the things you can go wrong. Be careful and make sure you're sticking it. Like if you're doing 2 inches, don't put it where it has the number 2. Make sure you put it at the big line next to it. This is the 2-inch mark. And what else? I've seen people score with their hand kind of up in the air. Make sure that the bottom of your hand is touching the scoreboard. It just makes it guide easier. And the next thing is, don't be too like scared and careful and slow about it. Just do it like you mean it. Put it in and go all the way down. Okay, those are my best tips for this. You turn it so that it's in a vertical position, and you do 2 inches from each side. So here's my 2, and then turn it and do it again. So this is what you're gonna do. And my worst thing about this little box I'm doing is that it kind of wastes a lot of paper. So I don't like that, but you can save it and definitely punch little flowers and circles out of what you have left over. So if you can see this, it has a small section up here, and then it has 3 larger ones. So you put the small section at the top, and you're going to cut out all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of those. And the only place that's going to be totally still intact is the 3rd place down. So just watch, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm cutting out these 2 sections on the score lines. You could also do it using your trimmer, but I just wanted to make sure you could see what I'm doing. And if you print out my PDF instructions, it has a picture here, because that's always helpful, of this template, so you can kind of not make any mistakes, hopefully. Okay, so that's the top part, and then I'm going to cut out these 2 bottom squares. If you're doing this along with me, if you can't keep up, just pause the video and try to make it right along with me. So put those aside. Let me see, here's what I'm doing next. I'm going to mark the middle of these 2 flaps at, they're 3 inches, so the middle is 1.5. So I'll just use my grid paper, and can you guys see it? And mark it at 1.5 on one side, and let me turn it around. And on the other side, and I'm gonna make some diagonal lines here for the flaps, and you could use your trimmer to do that, but it's a little bit hard to see what you're doing on the trimmer, so I'm just gonna make it easy and use a ruler. Now you have a stylus on your take your pick tool. It's just one of the, there's a large and a small on one of the ends. And so I'm going to go from the corner there to the middle. Okay, and fold at all the score lines. Just fold into the inside, and when you get to the flaps, it's all folded so it can come in, but these you're just going to take and fold the little triangles in. Okay, and when you put it, you can tell this little flap, remember, is the top. So you're just gonna just look at what it looks like when you put it together, so you make sure you're doing the right thing. So that's gonna come up, and then it's gonna come down and fold over this. So you know you wanna put glue on these two little triangles here. And let me use my tear and tape. So to get tear and tape off, I push it down first, and then it lifts up easily. If you just try to pull it up, sometimes it'll take the cardstock along with it. Ooh, this is really sharp. Let me see. Okay, so you set it down again, and this one big flap is the part that's going to stick on. That's the front. So just one by one, stick it to the little triangles. I'll hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so it's almost done. You've got these two little flaps that you just leave on here. So it's going to close like that. Before I get it closed, I'm going to apply magnets. Now I'll leave the link for these at the bottom of my video so you can get them, but they're teeny magnets that are super strong. I'm going to pull off two of them and just use a glue dot. So see how I have two of them, I don't know if you can see it, two of them stuck together. I'm going to grab it, grab one with a glue dot like that, and it's stuck on there. And I'm going to put it in the center, but up a little bit high, so it's almost in the center, but a little bit higher up. And then before I put my other glue dot on, I'm just going to make sure that they will separate from each other. Where'd it go? And you want to make sure that you have the right side that's going to stick. You don't want to turn it opposite or that it will repel it. Where did I put where's this? So pick up another glue dot, place it on the top magnet, and you're going to just fold this down, get it in the right position. And when you close the top, it should grab it and pick it up. Sometimes it's hard to get it to do that. You've got to, oh, there it worked. But sometimes you'll have to mess around with it to get it to work. Once you've got both magnets, you're going to press it hard to make it stick. For the Design Assures paper on this, I'm using Lights Aglow, which is in the new holiday catalog, and it's really pretty because it has all this gold in it. So I haven't even used this one yet. That's going to be beautiful. You can't really see the gold, but it's sparkly. These are kind of fun. And again, I'm not sure what I'll do with those yet. But I've cut 2 pieces. Let me see, the bottom one is going to go straight over the magnet, and it is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm just going to use my liquid adhesive. Put it on this and put it straight over the magnet. Okay, so now it won't, you won't even see it, and this one will, see how it sticks on there? It's pretty great. And the opposite side is cut 2 3/4 by 1 1/2. And I'm going to glue this to the top. Oops. Okay, I'm almost done. I just want to do the sentiment. So I'm using a sentiment from Peaceful Deer, and it's Sending Love and Peace This Season. I'm going to stamp it in Cherry Cobbler on basic white, just a little scrap. And then I'm using my double oval punch to punch it out. So you just hold your punch upside down so you can see where you're punching. It's way easier to stamp first and then punch, because then you'll get it perfect. And then punch it out. And then I want the scallop part to be in a gold foil. So here's a scrap of that. And I'm going to use Tombow again to glue it right on the foil piece. It's a little slippery at first, but it'll dry in a minute or two. And okay, then I want to pop it up on my box with some dimensionals. Just be careful because it's still sliding a little bit. Okay, so I'll put it right in the middle. And then for an embellishment, I found these are new textural elements, and they're super cute, but I thought I'd color them with my Stampin' Lens. Now my Cherry Cobbler is totally, it's been like wrecked, I think from my classes and stuff, just using it over and over. And it's one of my, favorite colors, so I use it a lot. So I actually, the end was just totally frayed, and I actually cut a little bit of this off last week, so it's a very short end, but it still is juicy, it still has stuff in it. So I'm gonna use it to color some berries. And then, let me think. I'm just gonna use a glue dot, roll it up. Can you guys see? I rolled it up just a little bit, and I'm gonna stick it here. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but there's a glue dot on there. I'm just going to stick it in. I might have to pull this up a bit. There you go. Force it to go in. Okay. And there you go. There's your cute little box with a magnet closure. And it'd be fun with any kind of paper, and I hope you guys have a good time making this. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Aloha.